Dear introverts that look a lot like extroverts. Hi. That was obnoxiously cheerful. Let's try this again. Hey folks, I'm one of those too. Today I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to go out. I don't want to socialize. I don't want to lead anything. I don't want to organize anything. I just want to hide and be alone. Not that there's anything majorly wrong. A couple little things that were disappointing today that sort of made me just want to run away, but it's just not a day I want to be around people. And I knew you would understand, because chances are, if you're like me and you're an introvert that looks a lot like an extrovert, you probably spend a lot of your time around people. I found that introverts tend to think really complexly about themselves and about the needs that they have, and so then when they see other people, they see them as complex people too, and then that means that they want to help those people and they want to do things for those people, even though it means that they come into contact with people, which can sometimes be really, really exhausting. So I think that those are the kind of people that end up working at not-for-profits or charities or maybe making YouTube videos. Because they love people, they just get drained by people. And I'm feeling drained today. So I'm making you this message to say that I get it. You don't have to be on all the time. You don't have to lead things all the time. And I wish I could say that people would understand, but a lot of them might not. A lot of times people who are used to you giving to them all the time won't understand if you stop giving. They'll say that you've quit or that you're lazy or that you never really cared. And I know that's not the case at all. But the fact is they rely on you because you give so fully and so genuinely of yourself. The things that you give are really, really valuable and really intense. I actually had somebody tell me one time that the biggest problem with me was that when I was talking to someone, they felt like they were the only person in the world. I didn't see how that was a problem then. I understand a little bit better now. See, when an introvert who looks like an extrovert connects with somebody, they connect as much as they can, even to the extent of draining themselves completely to do it. It's really hard to say to yourself that you're exhausted and that it's okay because you think about all the people you're letting down. Because it's not the crowds that matter to you. I can teach in front of 5,000 people and be fine as long as there's that stage in between. But as soon as you get into a crowd, it's not 5,000 people, it's 5,000 individuals with 5,000 stories and 5,000 hearts that you care about. And that can be exhausting. And I know that you probably spend a lot of your time thinking about how you're letting people down. And you probably spend a lot of time trying to think about how to care for yourself, but realizing that if you do, you're gonna not be caring for other people. I want to be the person that tells you that boundaries are love and that they're love for yourself and love for other people. It's something that my sibling Tilly says all the time. But I'd be a hypocrite because right now I don't want to have boundaries. I feel guilty for having boundaries. I feel guilty looking at the people who just sort of take and take and take from me and saying, no, I have nothing left to give right now. I feel like it makes me a bad person. And I know it doesn't, but I feel like it does. And I'm sure you felt that way too. So I'm making this video not to give you the magic answers and tell you that I know exactly how to fix it, but I'm making it to say, I get it. It sucks. Sometimes really fucking sucks. But don't let your heart get hard and cold. It can be really easy to do that, to just stop feeling because it's easier and just shut down and get clinical, but don't. You're a special breed. We are a special breed, and there's not a lot of folks like us around that are so desperately in tune with needing time ourselves that we can see the guts of people in ways that lots of other people can't. You're probably leaders that bleed for the people that you lead, and you probably seldom get credit or rest, but it matters, and you're making a difference, and you're changing the world. Even if it's just in little tiny ways for that one person in the crowd of 5,000. So I hope today that you find some strength. I hope you find some rest. And most importantly, I hope you remember how absolutely valuable you are today. And go buy yourself that snack that you've been telling yourself you don't really need to have. Sometimes you just need to do things that are good for your spirit, even if they're not so good for your body. Sincerely, and with all love and affection, Dylan.